Story time. Once upon a time, there was a very simple and beautiful girl named Arike. She lived in the village with her stepmother and her two stepsisters. Her stepmother did not like her and made her do all the housework. Her stepsisters had nothing to do. They just roamed around the village. One day, a letter came and everyone gathered. The king was having a party and the prince would be choosing a wife. Every girl in the kingdom must attend. Everyone got excited. Arike too wanted to go, but her stepmother told her that she can only go if she completes all her work on time. This made Arike very sad. Her two sisters, on the other hand, dressed up and headed for the palace. Arike tried to walk as fast as she could. She ran to the farm, picked up the yams, cleaned up the entire house. At last, she was left at home disappointed. She started crying and she said, "Wishes never come true." "Never, my dear," said a voice. Arike looked up and she saw an old woman with a stick. She told Arike to wipe her tears and she immediately casted a spell. She gave her a very beautiful pink dress. But before leaving, the old woman told her to spend only 1 hour at the party. So Arike headed for the palace. Meanwhile, at the palace, there were so many beautiful ladies. They were all dancing, rejoicing. The prince walked up to them, but he was not impressed. He couldn't find anyone he liked. Suddenly, Arike showed up with her horse, shining so bright. The whole maidens looked at her in shock. They were so surprised. Even her sisters could not recognize her. The prince quickly moved close to her, held her hand, and started dancing with her. It was love at first sight. He danced and danced. He immediately took her to the crowd. While he was dancing with her, 1 hour elapsed. Arike started running. She ran as fast as she could. While she was running, she mistakenly dropped one of her shoes. The prince picked it up and looked at it with love. The next day, he gave the shoe to his guards and commanded them to bring back any lady the shoe fits. That was how they started going around the village, giving every lady the shoe to try. So many ladies tried, but it didn't fit. Finally, Arike tried, and it fits perfectly. That was how the guards carried her to the palace. The prince married her, and they lived happily